Hi Aries, Happy New Year. This is your January 2018 horoscope with me, Lada from Astrolada.com. And we are starting the year on a very positive tone. According to ancient astrology, the two very powerfully manifesting signs this month, guys. And not only that, but also the planet that rules you, especially if you are Aries rising, because always the predictions from the rising signs are the ones that are most tangible. To a lesser degree, the sun and moon, check out the sun and moon, but always the rising sign is very important. But the planet that rules your Aries, Mars, is in a wonderful cosmic state starting this year. Let me share my screen with you so you can see what I mean. But in order for a planet to manifest, in order for a planet to give great results, it needs to be visible, and it needs to be with friends, and it needs to be strong in the sign, where whatever sign it is, and then it's gonna manifest so strongly in your life. And your Mars, and Mars is absolutely stunning this month, January, for you. Let me just show you. I always check this. I'm gonna be showing you parts of my calendar for 2018, where all this information exists day by day for all important astrological events. It's 103 pages calendar, and it's a few calendars within it. Actually, it's a whole book. So look at that. January 2018, Mars is visible, has the green light to go. The whole month is in absolutely stellar cosmic state. When a planet is visible, it means you can start new beginnings, because when a planet that rules your whole life is visible, you can start new beginnings. You can start new physical workout routines. You can start new initiative business plans, especially plans that are competitive business plans. You can start new initiative that will actually be quite financially beneficial for you, because Mars, look at that, in January is conjuncting with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the best planet in the sky, and Mars is you. So luck comes to you this January. Actually, the whole January, Mars stays in the same sign with Jupiter, so you're being protected by the guiding and by the fatherly eye of Jupiter. And Jupiter is like a benevolent father figure. Jupiter is God as the loving God that blesses us, that gives us good karma, and we're connected to higher intuition to take the right actions. Almost like you know when to turn up, where to go, how to do it in a way that opens doors for you. It's like virtuous actions and good actions that lead to good results happen when Mars and Jupiter are together, particularly for Aries, because Mars is your planet. And look what it says: when Mars and Jupiter are conjunct, and that's around the 7th of January. But again, I say Mars and Jupiter are in the same sign the whole month, so this influence will be active for many of you much longer. So we see it increases optimism. You can start enthusiastic action. You become much more enthusiastic, more confidence. You take the initiative with excitement. You'll feel luck in initiative activities and new undertakings. Jupiter is the planet of foreign travel, of foreign places, going abroad, so it can be a good time to travel, to study as well. Higher education, Jupiter rules that. Wonderful for interactions with foreigners or successful people. Jupiter rules successful people overall. And what you start now, it's almost like being blessed by the universe. And it's a great time to make plans for the future and act on them, initiating new things. Acting, and you act with confidence, and you're not going to be abrasive in your actions, like macho, like a elephant in a glass shop, as they say. No, you have the right approach, because Jupiter makes us so tuned in when it's with Mars, the planet of action. And almost like you'll be lucky to be in the right place at the right time. Positive developments, great for business activities, sales, promoting, selling some product. You see, this calendar can show you so many things: when our planet is visible, when we can act as Aries, or when it's invisible, or when other planets say you want to open a business, say you are Aries arising, and if you have the green light to start new beginnings in your life, but you want to start a new business in January that is Venus business, that's connected, say, for dating agency, because Venus is dating and relationships. Well, I would advise you, yes, Mars is fantastic out, but out possibly, because Venus is invisible though. We want both planets, both Mars and Venus, to be visible if Venus was going to be our business, or if you're going to be selling luxury products, or if you're going to be selling products to women, or if you're going to be selling something to do with pleasures, with food, with wine, Venus rules all those things. Well, you want Venus to be visible too. So this, you can use this, all other things are fantastic to start though. If you want to start something educational, for example, well, then Mars is visible, the planet that rules you. Jupiter is higher education, visible. Oh yes, if you want to start something to do with travel, with foreign countries, with international business, or something to do with writing, speaking, or business of any sort, Mercury is also visible. And not only that, but Saturn rules your career, guys. Our careers, Aries, I'm Aries sun. And Saturn is invisible till the 10th of January, and then it becomes visible. So it means matters connected to our career start becoming also manifesting, being able to manifest them. So especially after the 11th of January, it becomes very good for seeing results and initiating positive seeing positive developments in our career with authority figures, with institutions, with bosses of some sort. But let me walk you through the two signs that are really going to be the ones that give you the best rewards in January. So you know where you can succeed and what to expect, because there is a rare alignment of planets, guys, according to ancient Gemini astrology, which is Gemini astrology was used in ancient India, and it's based on signs. And it's sorry if you hear the baby screaming. He's with people. He's not alone. I'm not abandoning my children. My baby, he's with his grandma and his dad. He's just little temperamental Aries with Scorpio moon. So he's very Mars. So he throws tantrums like crazy. So let's see where Aries will be manifesting very strongly. Well, we have two Aries. Capricorn and Scorpio, the two manifesting signs this month. Actually, sometimes there are for many months no manifesting sign as well. And sometimes, a sign might not be triggered at all, but now we have two signs that give full positive manifestation. And according to ancient astrology, when the planet that rules a sign, Jupiter and Mercury, the three of them aspect that sign or are in that sign, the sign manifests 100% of it, can manifest triple, but only the positive things. And often would have a sign triggered by nothing, neither its ruler, nor Mercury, nor Jupiter. So nothing is happening there. Like nothing will be happening, like currently now is the 10th and 8th house, but they're both so strongly triggered. So let's see how. Mars, the ruler of Scorpio, is in its own sign. First level manifestation. Jupiter, the planet that the ancient Gemini astrology says is the planet of opportunities, it triggers a sign to manifest, is also in Scorpio, second level manifestation. And Mercury is in Capricorn. Mercury is the third manifesting planet, but Capricorn, according to ancient astrology, triggers Scorpio. And Scorpio also aspects Capricorn. They use special aspects, rashi aspects, cardinal signs aspect all fixed signs. All fixed signs aspect all cardinal signs. So we have this rare alignment that happens very rarely, that all three manifesting planets trigger Scorpio. So Scorpio manifests for all signs, but for Aries, Scorpio manifests in regards to your 8th house. And by the way, Mars and Jupiter create a wealth yoga as well. So you can benefit through wealth and materially through anything connected in the 8th house. And this, especially after the 10th of, as I said, after the 10th of December, because January, because Mercury goes in Capricorn only for about 15 days after the 10th of January. which means that this triple activation of your 8th house will be happening. So let's see. How can you manifest triple in a powerful way? And again, as I said, this 8th house might not be activated for months after that or years to triple level. Sometimes it's for years you cannot get triple activation. So 8th house is about other people's resources. So you can benefit, you say if you have a business partner, the business partner can bring resources now, or you can get money from clients. Or, for example, your husband or your wife might get a bigger salary or can bring you some present, you know. Or, for example, you can attract more wealthy clients that you benefit through other people's resources. Or if you work in insurance, in tax, in inheritance, or anything to do with emergency, with taxes, I said taxes, with emergency, with other people's resources like banks, like sourcing other people's talents, you can benefit a lot. This wealth yoga triggers the 8th house. It can lead to some bonus for you. It can lead to some very great deal that you strike with another. Say if you have business partnerships, that they can become very profitable materially, because Jupiter Mars make the wealth yoga, I repeat again, and they manifest to 3rd degree, the highest possible degree, this 8th house. So any activities connected to taxes can go great. For example, you might be able to get tax rebate, or you might be able to get some tax reliefs. Anything to do with inheritance, now you can receive inheritance, or you can benefit by someone's death, or by divorce, or by some kind of crisis situation that actually benefits you materially. Or you can benefit by a business partnership materially. You can benefit, or you can ask for support from someone. They can give you material, financial, emotional support of some sort. It can happen. You can receive some loan from a bank, or money that you've needed from some other source to start something. Also, you can receive some inheritance you didn't expect, or you can receive some insurance, whatever, benefit through such things. And even through kind of, I don't want to say gambling so much as through maybe some fluke as well. Money that's not yours to come. But if you work, say if you're an astrologer, you can make more money now, or you can benefit, or you can manifest very well. So if you're trying to start a career in astrology, 8th house rules the occult, great time now. Wealth yoga plus triple manifestation of 8th house, occult, crisis, or if maybe you can start a job in emergency, or job in psychology, or maybe if you're in psychology or in spying or in research, scientific research. These are all things ruled by the 8th house: scientific research, psychology, astrology, the occult, any kind of surgeries, emergencies, crisis management of any sort. You can have very powerfully manifesting month in your career with your work, make an impact or impression of some sort. Or you can have a breakthrough of receiving some money that's owed to you from others, or money that comes to you from other people of some sort. Okay, or you can have deep breakthroughs in occult or in healing. 8th house, on a psychological level, 8th house is deep transformational healing and sex. Things can happen for you sexually now. 8th house is also the house of death and rebirths, of pregnancy, births, deaths. But these are things that you benefit, or something positive happens. They happen in the best possible way. Okay, so then we have another sign that is very strongly manifesting for you, Aries, and this is Capricorn, because we're going to have Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, in its own sign for the first time in 29 years, and it will be there for 2.5 years, which means we have the first level activation for 2.5 years in regards to your career. So things can happen in regards to your career. But not only that, we have Mercury there from the 10th, approximately 11th of January till the end of the month almost. So another level of activation, and Jupiter from a fixed sign activating a cardinal sign. So we have the 3 levels of activation in your 10th house of career, vocation, worldly reputation, being, noticed, making an impact on the world, finding your vocation. Wow. And I mean, it's not only January. January is a very strong month for that, because Mercury comes and joins, but by the end of January, Mercury moves away from Capricorn, and only the two levels of activation stay, Saturn and Jupiter, that activate this 10th house, but they're very powerful activators. Two levels is still super rare to have for almost a whole year, because Jupiter will be Rashi aspecting, as we call it in ancient astrology, this 10th house till November 2018. Saturn is all the time here, so we have two activators till the end in regards to your career. It can be super happening and important year for your vocation, for your social status, for achieving some peak of recognition of some sort. And especially January is a very strong month for you because of Mercury being there. And then Mercury, again, when it comes into Taurus, it will activate it with Rashi aspect. Taurus is a fixed sign, which I don't know when it's going to happen, but also when it comes to Leo, will also activate it. And when it comes to Scorpio, will activate to third level. So we're going to follow that throughout the year to see exactly when those triple activations happen. But the first one is in January, triple activation in regards to, so things that you can manifest in regards to your career, in regards to approach institutions of any sorts. You'll get good results. If you're expecting something from an institution, if you're expecting something from government, if you're expecting something from people with authority or power, from a boss, now it can happen. Or you might become a boss, you might get promoted to a boss, or you might get a position, a respectable position with such institutions. Or something good can happen in the life of a father, 10th house's father, or bosses. A good boss can come into your life, or a new career position that is much more career position that is much more what's that called, like sorry, the baby distracts me. It's the last video. I did it the opposite this time because Mercury is retrograde, so I started from Pisces. So you're the last ones, and the baby has been without me for 6 hours. He's only with his dad and his grandma, so he's missing me. But anyway, so 10th house is super happening. Positive. Maybe you can get recognition in the next 8-9 months, starting from January, the first very powerful trigger. Maybe you can get promotion, or maybe you can start on some project that feels that creates better reputation for you, that will bring more responsibilities. Saturn is there, guys. You're going to take on more work and responsibilities, and you'll be tightly scrutinized by the public or by some authority figure in all your actions, but this will lead to receiving recognition, to achieving your career goals. And also 10th house is all your kind of social status. So your social status, while there is powerful 3-level activation, can take turn for the good through your reputation or through some other methods. And maybe through, and you can combine the meaning of both the 8th and the 10th house, because both are triple activated. So some support, emotional, psychological, material, financial, from others. 8th house is the resource of others, can help us with achieving some goal of ours. 10th house is our goals, that our career, vocational goals, or maybe even an astrology, occult reading can help us with our career in some way. Or maybe some investments from banks or whatever, or from business partners or from clients, can help improve, can start us on a new career project or direction that's successful. Some authority figure can in some way influence our death. We can approach for support some authority figure as well. So yeah, you can both of those, or maybe some kind of inheritance can change our social status, or the income that comes through our marriage partner can improve, and it can create more social status, better social status, and more responsibilities in our life as well, but through career, but in a positive way. Or maybe through a business partner, increasing their resources and offering some more resources, we can, and more, or finding partners with better skill set, talents that you can utilize, that can lead to more reputation for you. There are all types of different ways we can, or you can receive some material support from institutions, or we can if we're trying to deal with taxes, we can appeal to institutions and solve this and get them better, you know, and benefit in some way. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways this can play out. So thank you so much, Aries. Happy New Year again. And we're gonna go, you know, we're going into this month quite strong, quite positive. The 9th, and approximately around the 9th, when your planet is with Jupiter, is very lucky and opportune for you. So take advantage of that. Act. You can benefit throughout it. You can have breakthroughs in your career and positive developments there. Full speed ahead. Thank you.